right at that doorway, and when she came to me with this bank statement, and she said, "This is not the city of Dixon's." She said, "I'm not sure what to do with this." This bank statement came in when Kathy requested all of the bank statements from all of the banks on all the accounts so that she could do the treasurer's report for the month. So when this statement came in, which was tied to nothing, she had thought about actually calling the bank and sending it back to them. And so that was how we got it. I went to the FBI. I called it. I had a meeting with them at 2:30 on November 18th in their office, and the first thing that I did was I gave him a background on the city of Dixon, our form of government, and then I laid the bank statement down in front of him, and we started discussing it. At that point, I literally got sick to my stomach, and I told him, I said, "I hope that you're able to look into this." We talked on a weekly basis, sometimes several times a week, many phone calls back and forth. And what I would do I set up a little procedure where Kathy would leave her house like maybe at 10 after 8 in the morning, and then I would call her on her cell phone, and I would tell her about my conversation with the FBI, and also that they wanted this or they wanted that, whatever it was. So we communicated by cell phone before she ever got here in the office. They wanted to make sure that she was here, so I set up a phony meeting with Rita that she verified verbally and by email that she would be here for a 9:15 meeting about the Reagan CDs and DVDs, because they absolutely didn't want to put this all together, come swooping in here, and she's gone for the day. I suggested that what they do is that they, first of all, it all started out, I think before the day was over, there was about 15 agents here, but it started out slow with the 3 agents. So they came up and asked Stephanie if I was here. That was at 9 o'clock. I think people up here thought it was some developers or something. So the 3 of them came back to my office here. We chatted a little while. I got on the intercom and I called Rita, and she said, "Yes, sir," just like she always does when I call her on the intercom. I said, "Can you stop back in the office here?" So she came back and came right in the office, said good morning to everybody. And I was watching her closely, and I said, "These 3 gentlemen got some questions for you." And Pat Gary identified himself as being with the FBI, and he said, I'd like to ask you some questions. And she said, "Sure." I was looking at her face. There was absolutely no change of emotion over her face or anything. They questioned her for 2 hours, and then they put the handcuffs on her and they took her out that door, right through the council chambers, down the steps to the garage, and took her out of here. You know, once Kathy and I saw what her method of operation was, that Kathy would be able to, when she was able to do it, either early in the morning or late or whatever, she was able to take a look at the book. So we could see that she was making transfers into this account of hers, which was very difficult to take with this whole thing.
So over the last 6 months, you watched her pull out that $3 million.
We did.
So you knew every...
Yeah, and we, you know, I mean, Kathy was you know, nervous about the whole thing, and concerned, and I'd say pretty uptight about the whole deal, which was understandable. But we had no choice. I mean, we couldn't blow the whistle on that and ruin the FBI's case, and we knew it was gonna take a while. Certainly, Ronald Reagan said one time, you know, trust but verify, and I think that that needs to be and will be instituted. And there will be an investigation of all the city employees, including me. And so it's going to be transparent, it's going to be open. If there's anybody else involved in this, I'm confident it will come out. I do not think that there is, but we're going to verify. And I think that we will recover a lot of assets, we'll recover a lot of money back for the city. We will put good controls in. We'll show the people that we did everything that we said we were going to do. We'll have a good financially stable community There will be other good developments, I think industrial developments that are going to will be happening. So I think in the long run, the city of Dixon is going to be in fine shape.